Hi guys, in this episode of Red Decay, I am excited to be continuing with my reactions to the most recent ATEEZ album, The World EP.2 Outlaw. So far, the album has been honestly pretty good. Far better than I thought it was going to be, which is a surprise, considering the last album wasn't bad, but it felt a little bit too samey. So it feels like they actually took my criticism and decided to actually make the songs very distinct from each other, because so far the first three songs of this album have sounded completely different from each other, and I've enjoyed all of them. I'm not in love with all of those songs, I wouldn't call it that, but I've enjoyed them honestly quite a lot and more than I thought I was going to. So I have a lot of expectations for the final two songs of this album, which are Wake Up and Outlaw. And I am really excited to get into those. But before I do want to remind you that if you guys want me to check out some other group's album or other group in general with their music videos and stuff, and I have not checked them out yet, you can comment in your comments down below and let me know that there is a demand for a reaction like that. Or better yet, to make it sure that I react to whatever you want me to, go to my Patreon or Ko-fi account, because I have a specific tier which offers you the ability to demand me to do K-pop reactions. The details are explained over there, there is some caveats there, but you basically get to do that by sending me a message on Patreon. Whether you want to do that, or you can just, or you just want to stick with watching whatever K-pop reactions I upload, is completely up to you. I don't want to pressure you either way, but I just want to let you know that it is an option. And it's also gonna be supporting me, you know, and allow me to do more of these reactions more frequently anyway. Anyway though, enough chit chat in regards to that, let's get into what you're here for, that being the final two songs in the most recent ATEEZ album. So let's get into and continue with the reaction with the next song, Wake Up, in 3, 2, 1. Man, how are they doing such different vibes, and I love all of them, man. What the hell? This is the best album since the Inception album. I don't know the name of it, but it's the last album of ATEEZ that I've loved this much, dude. The last album in which each song was a goddamn banger. Hey, finally, Woyeon getting some lines. Man, I'm loving this so much, dude. Why is this album like all of a sudden like so amazing? I had such low expectations, and yet I fucking love it. This might be the first song in this album that I definitely will need to listen to a second time though. because I don't really feel like I've quite gotten it on the first listen. Like, I don't have a solid idea on exactly how I feel about it. Okay. Yeah, I definitely like it, but I also definitely feel like I need to listen to this one a second time. It's honestly, it gave me a little bit of a whiplash, this song, because with a name like Wake Up, and with the expectations that it was gonna sound very distinct from the rest of the songs that we've gotten in this album so far, I half expected that this was gonna be kind of like a more slowish, ballady kind of song, which I'm not sure how much of that ATEEZ has even ever done, but I was just kind of expecting something like that, you know? And this couldn't be further away from that, if I gotta be honest, like, Jesus Christ. This is one of the more hard-hitting songs on this album so far, in an album full of hard-hitting songs, so that's saying something. But, yeah, I don't know, I just kind of don't really know in terms of the details how I actually feel about this song, so I feel like I will have to listen to it a second time before I actually say anything else. So let's just get into it again and see if I'm gonna get any more insight in this song from the second listen in 3, 2, 1. Right off the bat, I love the instrumental. I also love the flow. And the rapping is pretty good as well. I love that fast-paced rapping here by Honjong. It's really good. Like, this is the best, or at least one of the most entertaining rappings right off the bat by Mingi and Honjong in this song. Because usually I feel like I end up forcing myself to enjoy those parts, or at least it takes me a while to be able to enjoy them, whereas in this song I just like them right off the bat. Yeah, and even the singing is so good, dude. This is a really good song. So far, it's the most flawless one, even compared to like the Tara track. I have like less issues with this song than I do with the Tara track. We're really upping the ratings with each song so far. Because, like, I gave This World, I believe, 8.4 out of 10. I gave Dune either an 8.3 or an 8.5, depending on how you guys feel about it. I gave Django an 8.6 out of 10. And I kind of want to give this one a 9. It's really good. Again, it's in many ways what Django was, but even better. It's like great singing, great rapping, slightly edgy, all polished up and made into a really, really good song. And it yet still manages to stand out from Django as well. So it's not like it kind of overshadows it and makes me not want to listen to it. I would still listen to it, but yeah, it's still really, really good. I really, really enjoy this song. Now I'm really, really excited for the final song. And I have a lot of expectations for that one. I really hope that that one is like a 10 out of 10 for me, because I think that's going to be higher than even the title track and what I gave it. Obviously, you got to consider the ratings that I'm giving for these B-sides. Not necessarily compared to the title track too much, because I'm kind of basing them more on compared to how I feel to the rest of the songs in this album, and compared to the rest of ATEEZ's B-sides. That's the thing that I'm comparing them to when I'm rating them. I'm comparing them to general K-pop B-sides, ATEEZ B-sides, and this album's B-sides. Not really comparing them to the title track. And I do it like that because title tracks are just made different. There's a different kind of, I guess, methodology and different ideas and different ways of writing that go into a title track. Like, there's different things that the creators of the songs look for and go for when making a title track versus making a B-side. So it just feels wrong to compare the two. But yeah, for a B-side, this is a 9 out of 10. For a ATEEZ B-side, it's a 9 out of 10. I really, really enjoy it. It's really, really good. Maybe it could have been a little bit more distinct, because I feel like we're just kind of repeating the same stuff at this point a little bit, but I definitely still like it quite a lot. It's definitely really good, and I definitely can't wait to listen to it outside of this reaction. So I guess let's just get it over with sooner so I can do that. And what better way to do that by getting into the final song of this album, that being the song Outlaw. So without further ado, let's get into the final song of this album, Outlaw, in 3, 2, 1. I got that 타오르는 건가 소리 도망가 침 흘리는 내게 들이야기 흔들어져 뛰고 맘이 헐기고 서기고 기적 박주 날린 다시 숨 마셔 내가 못 속여 어제들은 머릿속 내 이름 고추 뽑혀 가져가라 어서 가망 없어 후회 따윈 못 써 사고 나니 천성이 고약했어 You wanna know I'm a fire 손을 넘지 마 짚어하지 마 Let's keep it for free Yeah, this is actually the one song of this album which is a little weaker. Still, it's better than I expected the album to be as a whole anyway. I also still appreciate that it's like distinct from the other songs, so not really too bad. And this part, I feel like there's a big possibility that it's gonna end up growing on me after I listen to it in my free time. So that's cool. Despite the fact that it is the weakest song, it still has a lot of room for growth. And I feel like it's gonna end up growing on me a lot. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this is the one song in this album which feels a little bit fillery, and like it just feels like it's a little bit there just to fill space. It's like, I don't know, it didn't feel like it had quite as much direction going for it as the other songs had. It doesn't feel quite as distinct as the other songs, and it doesn't feel quite as polished as the other songs. Again, it's still better and more interesting and more impactful than I thought this album was going to be, and all the songs in this album were going to be. But it's still the worst song amongst all the songs in the album for me. The B-sides and the album as a whole, if you include the title track as well. So there's that. There's still some good stuff in this song that are still decently enjoyable. There's quite a lot more rapping compared to some of the other songs, so if you're into that, you might enjoy this one more. For me, the best part of the song is the pre-chorus part where Jungho sings "This is my Sector 1", and it sounds so good that I wish I actually liked the song as much as I like that part, but I don't, so sadly, it is what it is. But again, even despite the fact that I don't necessarily love it as much, it's not a bad song. I still think it's pretty good. I still think it's pretty enjoyable. I just, again, feel like I got more enjoyment out of the other 4 songs of this album, and it just felt like this one is kind of an unnecessary addition to the album, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Because of all of that, in terms of rating for this one, I think I'm going to go with a solid 8 out of 10. That's pretty much the only rating left for this song. Or you know what, actually I'm going to give it an 8.1 out of 10 to also signify the potential that this song has, because there's some decently catchy parts in this song which I feel like with more listens will actually end up growing on me quite a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that as a possibility. We're obviously gonna have to wait and see after listening to it more outside of this reaction, but it definitely has the potential to grow on me, because that chorus is pretty catchy, and I feel like it's one of those like very addictive, nefariously addictive choruses, so we will just have to wait and see how I'm gonna feel about it after a while. But yeah, this has been ATEEZ's The World EP.2 Outlaw. A far better album than I thought it was going to be. Debatably one of their best ones, if I gotta say so myself, honestly. I haven't distinctly listened to quite as many ATEEZ albums. Like, I feel like I started doing like album reactions only around the time of Inception, and I don't remember, did I react to the Inception album even? I don't know, but that's the one album that really distinctly it's distinctly noticeable for me for being like really good, and all the songs being really stand out and memorable from each other, just like with this album. So this is probably either the second or third best album by ATEEZ for me. Again, obviously I'll need more time to listen to all the songs and see exactly how I feel about them long term, but based on these like first listens, it's pretty good. But I am curious to find out, what do you guys think about this album? So comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 6 patrons on Patreon: Omar Richman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, Dane Harty, Peyton Jones, and Jason Christmas. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I am also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!